Thank you for stopping by to listen to my dad, Larry Witcher, otherwise known as the Professor of Useless Knowledge. I hope you enjoy it.
Bring the professor in here. Come on in, Larry.
I'm coming in, Udo. It's chilly. I got to get in quick.
Got your coat on this morning.
Got a coat on. I ain't gonna. As long as I got a coat, I ain't gonna be cold.
Well, it's that time of year. I mean, you and me and you, and you and me, we would put this cold weather off until February if we could.
I'd put it off till next. I don't think I'd ever put it in because I don't like it for two reasons. One is cold, and one, my tomatoes quit growing.
Yeah, and it's somebody that tells me, and I can understand some of these old hunters that love to go deer hunting, and they need a few cool, crisp mornings, to kill a deer or something. But as far as just having wintertime, full-fledged wintertime, I'd vote against it every time.
Yeah, we'll skip it.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go back to Great Oaks again this morning, Julio, and get two more World War II soldiers.
All right.
Bob Firth, he was in the Army. He was a medic. And Louis Hertz, he was an Army Air Corps, and he was a radio operator. So we salute them.
Both of them, yeah.
We salute them today.
Okay.
And it's time now, Julio, if you hadn't done dug it, get your taters out of the ground, sweet taters.
Yeah, we used to grow them. We used to grow fields of them, and I got so tired and so sick of setting out potato plants, potato slips, as my granddaddy called them.
Yeah, that's what potato slips.
Slips. I got so tired of setting them out.
Never understood that, Julio. Wow, you got a tomato plant, cabbage plant, but potato slips.
It was slips.
Never did understand that.
Yeah.
But you don't put them out until after April.
That's right.
Because or late April. Because if they do, the frost is going to kill them. They're real easy to kill.
Yeah.
And you dig them in October, at least before the first frost. Because if you let that frost hit that vine, Julio, it's going to make your potatoes bitter.
I never could understand that either, because my daddy would say, we got to get these taters, because we would dig potatoes every afternoon, starting about the middle of September, seemed like, on up till we would be rushing against the frost, 1st of November, we just dig so many rows a day. And this was usually after he got off work and I got out of school, so you only had a few hours to work there.
Well, if you don't dig them, for some reason, they will get bitter.
Okay.
But some of the old fellas back in the 16th century, they thought that there was so much similarity in the looks of a iced potato and a sweet potato, they'd call them all potatoes.
Yeah.
But there is a difference. The sweet potato is a member of the morning glory family.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Now, if you looked at the bloom on the sweet potato, it looks like a morning glory.
Sure does.
They're in the morning glory.
Listen, there's people out there who didn't even know potatoes bloomed, but they do.
Yeah, they do bloom. Well, it's folks that don't know kudzu blooms. And it blooms.
That's right, yeah.
It's got a little hanging down bloom, look kind of like wisteria.
But I didn't know they made jelly out of it till a few years ago.
Sure do. They make jelly out of the bloom. You can make jelly, I believe, out of anything. Put a little sure gel in it, a little sugar and sure gel. You can gel anything.
You can make jelly out of hair tonic if you wanted to.
Don't give some of these folks. They used to get that Brill cream and drink it. But the potato, the origin of it is a little bit hard to find, but we think it's all American, Julio.
Is that right?
So the Indian had potatoes. They called them Indian potatoes or Turcos or hog. And then they got the old hog potato. There's about 11 different varieties that we plant in the United States, Julio.
Yeah.
But some varieties won't work here, but they'll work in colder weather, and some won't work up there that works down here. About 11 varieties.
My daddy planted that, for years we planted the old Puerto Rico bunch. We planted the Georgia, the Georgia Red, and then we got to planting that Golden Nugget.
Yeah, and that Duty Yams.
That's right.
Nancy Hall. Yeah. But then they make one for feeding the animals. And it ain't as sweet. They grow bigger, large potatoes for stock feed.
Yeah.
And they ain't as sweet like the other. Then you got to store them, Julio. And we used to store them in potato hills.
What a job. Oh, yeah.
We make a potato hill. Now they call that banking the potato, Julio.
Somebody done named what we did for years.
Well, yeah, they done banked it. They done took it out of potato hill. Did clean out a piece of ground, and we would always build ours up a little bit higher where the water wouldn't run in a pit.
We did the same thing.
Build it up and then take straw and put down. Put down a layer of straw and then stack your potatoes up in a cone. Now, some people would put a pole right up through the middle of it, Julio. And then take wood, cut little slats of wood, and put all the way around the pole. But after you get your potatoes in there, you got to cover it up again with more straw.
Yeah, we put. I remember my grandpa. We put corn stalks.
You made a pyramid, a teepee.
Yeah, and we put corn stalks. We had that built up, poured the potatoes on there, stacked them up, and then we put I think we put corn stalks next, and we packed those stalks all the way around.
Yeah, stood them up on it, kind of like an Indian teepee.
Yeah.
Then you covered all of that with dirt.
Yeah, we sure did.
And then you had a little old box-like thing on the south side. It's up off the ground just a little bit, and you had a lid. Some people would put a lid on it.
Yeah.
And you open that lid and reach up in there and get your potatoes out.
Mm-hmm.
But I always kind of scared reaching in there. I thought I might come out with a snake. Anything could have got in there.
You know, you could put those potatoes in that potato hill, and they would, I guess, would get enough air and everything to survive. But you take those potatoes and you put them in a closed-in. Now, I ain't talking about a pasteboard box, but I'm talking about if you put them in a, say, like an old refrigerator or something, and shut that thing up airtight, those potatoes wouldn't keep for nothing.
No, well, them corn stalks we stacked up, that let air ventilate around through there. They come in a little opening, little door. Some folks put a little bit of crack in the door where it could ventilate. So it needs a little bit of ventilation. But
and you may have a problem with the rats getting in there every once in a while, because they would love to eat them too.
Yeah, rats. Now, today the armadillos would dig them up. We got them in our garden right now, Julio, armadillos.
I hear a lot of folks talking about
it. And
in
the backyard. If you go out and look, it's got a hole about as big as a grapefruit, a little bigger than a grapefruit, or something about the size of post hole diggers.
Yeah.
It goes straight down on three sides. And on the other side of the hole is where he scrapes the dirt out. You got a little slanted place there. You got armadillos digging in your yard. They're digging up my backyard. They're digging up my garden. They're hunting grubs.
Oh, is that what they're eating?
Yeah, they eat grubs, little worms. Eat worms and grubs. And a friend of mine shot one with a shotgun.
Yeah.
But he either missed the armadillo or the shots glanced off the armadillo and busted the window light out in his storage building.
Okay, then. Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
Well, y'all don't forget now to honor our two soldier boys today.
Okay.
We got to honor Bob and Louis.
Okay.
So it's their day today.
You betcha. Larry, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. That's Professor of Useless Knowledge. That's Larry Witcher.